let's do a quick fast one. The reason I'm going over these older murders, mob murders in Chicago, is this is taken from a list of blatant murders that were probably solvable that the sheriff at the time, sheriff's chief investigator, actually, Tubbo Gilbert, who was remarkably corrupt, didn't solve. In fact, he barely investigated them. And this one happened December 23, 1949. Frank Orofino, Orofino. He was a hoodlum, a gambler. He was found shot to death at 92nd and Cork Road in Palos, Palos. I don't know where that is. Township. He was a victim of the one-way ride. He was only 23 years old. The little bit that the cops knew about him is that he lived at 5150 South Kedzie Avenue. He was a small-time hood, small-time gambler. He had just opened a vending machine route with Cosmos Piazza, Piazza, I shouldn't laugh, Piazza. The two of them had opened a route. The problem was they opened the route inside what's considered outfit territory inside Chicago. They had machines that sold. They had peanuts machines, peanut distributing machines. They had 15 of those, a few pinball machines, and one that sold. They call it prophylactics, and basically is what the machine sold. But prophylactics and pinball were the domain of the Chicago mob, and those vending routes were given to guys just getting in the mob, just getting started. They needed some kind of income, so they were given those routes. So these two guys who are not mobbed up just decide, well, we'll just cut in there and we'll compete with you. The organized crime doesn't believe in competition. Eddie Goodman, he called himself Gino Martin. This guy actually had 3 or 4 names that I found. He got dragged in for questioning. He and Orofino ran a handbook together, and Orofino worked as his bartender in a bar he owned downtown in Chicago. Early in the year, Orofino and Goodman severely beat up a GI, returning GI named Leon Malaga, after Malaga complained to the police that the two had cheated him out of his mustering-out pay, $499, in a crooked dice game. He complained. They waited for him. They found they beat him pretty severely. He went in the hospital for a while. Goodman made the news again in 1950 when his brother shot him in his bar or in the dispute over money. But the mob obviously just wasn't about to let these guys get away. Wasn't about to let Orfino get away with this. About a week before he died, he told a friend of his, "I'm in a rough business. I'll either be dead or in jail in 2 weeks." Well, he was right.